feel like I'm gonna sneeze. We'll see. Anyway, I was thinking it would be fun to do some videos of me editing some of these photos that I've been out shooting. Be good to show people the process, and that way I can describe kind of like how I move from one photo to another, what settings I changed to, and I killed the car. What settings I changed between each image to try to get what I want in the finished image. And I might actually do that this evening while I'm editing photos. I mean, I probably don't need to do it for every single place that I shoot, but you know, I could. And maybe just like edit in the tidbits of the like, here's a tip and here's another tip, and oh man, I could just make, so I could just shoot the whole time, and then I could just break out tons of little tips, and I could use those for like little quick Instagram videos,
turn left onto
or a longer YouTube video, or like bundle together the relevant ones. And that way I can make like a whole bunch of content at once. I'm liking this idea. We'll see if I actually do it. Because like, it's when you drink coffee, you start to get all these ideas, and you're like, I can do it all. I can do everything that there is in the world, and like, it'll be awesome. And then like, a few hours later, the coffee like drains all your energy, and you're like, I can't go anymore. But right now I'm in the good place, and so I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts, you know. And when I'm coming up with ideas, I'm gonna keep it up. I try not to drink too much coffee, you know, because obviously it makes me like bonkers. Oh, I was gonna talk about the place earlier. I shot a couple places this morning, and then I went to, yesterday, I was shooting in Prospect Leverage Garden. I was shooting a really nice place, a really nice showroom that Jordan Ringdahl did. Really pretty, with a bunch of like old mid-century modern furniture. I posted some of that on my Instagram stories. And I was there for hours. And when I got done, it was like 9:30 or so. And I was only like 2 avenues over from Peppa's Jerk Chicken, which rules. So I was like, well, I have to go. And like, naturally, I wanted to get a small thing of jerk chicken, but I also wanted to get some oxtails. They didn't have any. And so I was like, well, what else have you got? And she was like, we got stew chicken and curry chicken. And I was like, all right, can I get a small thing of jerk chicken and a curry chicken? And somehow I ended up with like curry rice and jerk chicken. And just one thing. And I was like, all right, whatever, you know. But prior to going there, the line was long, so I went to a smoothie shop like 2 doors down. I love how Prospect Lovers Garden and Crown Heights just have like tons of like health food and smoothie shops. As a matter of fact, I'm in the mood for a smoothie right now. It's a cool looking bar. So I might stop and get one. Headed to the Crown Heights office right now to grab some keys for a place that I'm going to shoot. But anyway, so that comes back to this morning. I had some leftovers from Peppa's because I didn't eat all of them last night. Because I had a smoothie, so I wasn't like that hungry. So I was like, well, I'll have the leftovers for lunch. And by the time I was ready to eat lunch, I was like, well, let me go just sit in the park and eat the leftovers there. Which I thought was pretty nice. So I went to Herbert Von King Park in Bed-Stuy.
Turn left onto Sterling Place.
And it was nice. It was a nice park. You know, like when I'm looking for a city park to go to, I try to look for the ones that are like a little bit on the bigger side. So they're not just like, I don't know, one little patch of grass and like a swing set. But this one's nice. There's even like a grassy area that some people were having like a little, they were on a blanket. They weren't like having a picnic, but it was nice that they had that part of the park. And there was an area with some of those concrete chess tables. And so I sat at one of those chess tables and ate my leftover jerk chicken. But you know, the whole morning I had actually been wanting something healthier. I was like, oh man, it'd be nice to have like a salad or a juice or a green smoothie. But it was like, well, I already bought this food and I already have it with me, so let me just eat this. So after I finished, I was like, it was heavy, you know, and I was like, I don't want this to like slow me down. And so that didn't help. So I looked around to see what like smoothie shops or like coffee shops were nearby, and I was pretty close to stone fruit espresso, which I'm a big fan of, and so I thought about going there. And there was like another place nearby there's Clementine's Bakery, which is like a vegan joint that has like vegan baked goods. And like the last time I went there, I was really disappointed with the quality of said baked goods. It might be better now. I mean, that was years ago. I'm trying to eat more vegan food, be a little bit healthier. I mean, I say that right after just saying that I ate jerk chicken for lunch, but you know, you got to balance it out. Like I was saying on the Fired Up Monday podcast that I was on recently when I talked about eating healthy. I'm all over the place. Sorry, bonkers. So there was this. You know, now I don't remember the name of the coffee shop. It was Little Joe or something like that. Little Roy, I think. I'll have to check that. Anyway, I almost didn't go because so I use Foursquare. I use Foursquare a lot, and I use Foursquare as like the main place where I look up places to go. Because the community for Foursquare is really good here in New York City. It is not so good most other places. But if you're in New York City, you can use Foursquare reliably to find great food and drink and coffee and whatnot. But the Foursquare rating for this place was low, and there were only like 5 pictures, and so I almost didn't go. But then I thought, like, maybe the rating is low because the place is so new that nobody's really talked about it or taken photos of it. So I decided to give it a shot, and that seemed to be the case. It looked brand new. It, you know, has the hip vibe. It was a really nice looking place. They had coffee in small bags from like a Harry's, I think, and they also had Toby's Estate.
150 feet, the destination is on your left. Woodland, Crown Heights branch office.
And Toby's isn't like my favorite coffee, but it's pretty good.
Crown Heights branch office.
And so I got a cold brew, and it was tasty. And I'll show you this in just a minute, but they had I should have parked on that side of the street. A coconut water that I hadn't seen before. From the Philippines. Here's the thing about coconut water. South American coconut water, me. Pacific coconut water from like Thailand, that's the jam. That's way more flavorful, and it's tastier. That's all there is to it. The Brazilian stuff, me. Here we go. Jack's Coco. It's pretty good. I liked it. I like that it comes in this really solid bottle. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll reuse this, put some juice in it. Coco Community is still better. So I've had Harmless Harvest. I've had a couple other Thailand-based coconut waters. Coco Community is the best one I've had so far. Harmless Harvest used to be really good, like a long time ago when they were a smaller company. Back when I was sold on the idea that the water should be pink because I was into that, and on the bottle it's like, oh, you get the pink one and it's got the phenols and that's great. But now like all of them are pink, and then I found out that they're pink because they're older, and so they're not as good as the clear ones. But you can't get the clear ones anymore because like everybody wants them to be pink, I guess, and so like the marketing on their bottles like backfired, and so like everybody likes it because it's pink, but it's not as good. So it's a little sad. Anyway, Coco Community tends to be better. So if you like coconut water and you want it to be really flavorful, Coco Community. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get a ski.